Pentatonic chords or triads are a great way to spice up your jazz guitar rhythm comping, add fills, or get new ideas for solo licks. In this video, I'll cover all of it. Hi, my dear jazz friends around the world, Sandra Sherman here. Greetings from Austria. You can download the tab for this lesson from the link down below in the info box. With your download, you also get a lot of bonus licks and rhythm fills in all 5 patterns. So the whole fretboard is covered and you have a lot to work with. So grab yours and now let's get started. We can find great new triad-like voicings by stacking the notes of 3 adjacent strings. Let's look at this pattern here, the A minor pentatonic. Everyone knows this one, right? Now let's stack the left side. It sounds a little weird because it's very low. Right side. That's a C6 chord. Left side from the A string. Right side. Next string. So most of these chords are so-called quartal voicings. They consist only of fourths. From here to here to here, it's a fourth. Fourth, fourth. Here we have a third because of the B string. Also down here we have a third. So, but most of these chords are quartal voicings. They are rather neutral and can be played over any of the chords of a C major scale or a G major scale. For now, because it's really just an excerpt of both these scales, the A minor pentatonic, it's just an excerpt of the C major scale or the G major scale. Now, for now, we're just going to be using the G major scale chords. If you want to dig deeper into jazz playing, check out my starter packs. I have all different kinds of genres like Latin, jazz, blues. You learn how to do the rhythm comping, you learn how to improvise. There are chord melody packages on my lesson shop. And all the lesson material is included, like the tabs, Guitar Pro tabs, including tabs and notation, backing tracks, and of course the link to the detailed video tutorials. The price on these packages is a no-brainer, so click the link down below in the description box and grab yours now. We'll split the chord riffs and the licks I'll be showing you in a minute into 2 groups. The 2-5-7-4 group and the 1-6 group. Basically, they're kind of interchangeable with these neutral sounding chords, but it matters where you land. And in this group, you shouldn't land on this chord, the D. It fits over the D somehow, while it has an F sharp in it, not a G, that's the avoid note. And also it doesn't fit very well over the F sharp. Right? It doesn't fit so well over the C. So avoid to land on this. Everything else is good. For the other group, the 1 and 6 group, so that's G major and E minor, that's the 1st and the 6th scale degree. You must not land, or you shouldn't land on anything with a C in bass, because C is the avoid note of G and also E minor. So this one, not good to land on. Also the A in bass is not good because it clashes against that G and also the E. Okay, so for the 1-6 group, don't land here and don't land here, right? If you land on these chords higher up that include a C, it is somewhat considered as a tension, and therefore it's more neutral, it's more okay-ish, but not in the bass, so take care of that. You can help to keep the free video tutorials of this channel running by becoming a member of the channel, and you can do so by clicking the join button right next to the subscribe button, which also grants you access to my mini lessons. You can also say a little thank you by clicking the thanks button and donate a little something. This really helps with the productions of the videos. Thanks a lot. since we're in the A minor, D, F sharp, C group, I want to start with that A minor chord here. I'm thinking A minor, and it fits over all the other chords too. So I go here on one end, go to the right side but lower strings. And then I want to have this as my target chord because it fits over A and all the other stuff again. It's part of the A minor triad. And I chromatically approach it from above. So what I get is one and. We're gonna learn a lot of more cool chromatics in this lesson, but this one is an easy one to start off. You just go one above and glide into the slide or glide into it. And then you can also use this. This was for chord soloing or comping more complex situations. You can also use it for fills. Let's say you comping, you have a 2 or 2-5, you go A minor 7. And now you just use the last of the 2 bars as a fill. That's cool. You can also do that with the 5 chord, D9. Or the, it's all compatible, all right? For the lick, I target the D because I'm thinking D7 maybe. Again, it's even compatible with all the other group chords. And I precede it with an enclosure. So I play a scale tone above, chromatic below. So I enclose it from 2 sides. And boom, here is our target tone. Have to start this on 3N because it's 3 tones before the 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Now I go up that triad. And then what we do a lot in jazz is we go down the other triad on the left side. So up on this side, down on this one. So we don't play as linear, but more arpeggiated in jazz when we use pentatonics. And now I go to the lower set of strings, go up the right side, and I would go down the left side now, but before I do that, this is my target note, and I chromatically approach it from 2 sides, this side and this side, and then I go in here, and now kind of postpone. I play that C triad because it fits very well on A minor and D, and then I end on an A, right? So that fits over A and D9 for 2-5, for example. But all the other chords in the same group fit as well. So here it is at slow tempo. 1, 2, 3. Now for the 1-6 group, that's G major and E minor 7, I start on this G on top and have this chord, this triad, and now I do a really cool chromatic thing that is very modern, comes from the fusion side of jazz. You wanna approach this chromatically, but you keep the highest note. So what you do is you move these 2 lower notes down or up 1 fret. Let's do it up first. So you have 7-7 goes to 8-8, and that 8th fret, the G remains. So that's a chromatic with the highest note staying, remaining as it was. Then you do the same thing from the left side. You leave this G and you go 1 to the left, and you get 6-6-8. So what you have now is, and then you go back in. You always need to resolve your chromaticism, and that is a really cool modern sound. Then I do the same for this chord. This is my target chord, and I leave the highest note intact and go the lowest notes. I move one to the left, so I get 6, 6, 7. Go back in, and then at the end I do just a regular chromatic, so I shift the whole thing down a fret to the target chord, which is this G kind of thing here again. Okay, here it is at slow tempo, 3, 4. All right, if you want to use this in a comping situation as a fill, you could play, let's say, the G major chord here, and then you use that cool chromatic stuff from the first bar, but it doesn't fit in there, so you have to squeeze it and play it kind of faster. What I'm doing, let me see, yeah. So I don't have as many rests, okay? So immediately I go from that G up, down, and target again. So this is what it sounds like. 3, 4. Of course, you could also do this with the E minor chord. Same thing, it's compatible. Oh, sorry. So the first triad I want to play in that G E minor group is this triad here with the G on top. So I target the G, and I do that with a chromatic embellishment, chromatic enclosure from below and above, and then I slide into that G. Now I do not always have to play one direction. We can jump, and this is called octave displacement. So I jump down and then I play the middle string instead of, it's getting boring otherwise. And now I don't go back here, I go to the next one, and this is on an offbeat. So all these kind of triads now shift, they're not always on the beat. 1 and 2, and I start my next one down here. You have to maybe practice this so you don't jump here, but kind of glide down here. Then I take the next string pair, so I get an A minor triad. And now I go up the right hand side from the A string. Chromatic to the next one, so I connect this one with this one. It's on the offbeat. Chromatic should be on the offbeat. Go this one up and the last one down. So this one's a good one, a good ending note for G or E minor 7. So here it is at slow tempo. 1, 2, 3. If you purchase the tabs from the link down below in the description box, you get rhythm fills and the licks for both chord groups over all 5 patterns of the fretboard. And that's a lot for you to work with. So enjoy it. Please give this video a fat thumbs up. It's really so important for me as a creator, you know, for the YouTube algorithm. Ring that bell notification so you never miss a new video. And I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.